Hi and Assalamualaikum. So today we are going to propose one transportation project to be implemented, which is autonomous buses ABS for public transportation, prepared by Hudari binti Jamil, Nuraini Batrisha binti Ramli and Sarah binti Abdul Rahim, and prepared for Sir Abdul Razak bin Jamari. So let's start with the introduction. What is the definition of autonomous buses ABS? It is a vehicle that can drive without any human intervention, by sensing the local environment, detecting objects, classifying them, and identifying navigation paths with information coming from different sensors while obeying transportation rules. The reason why we choose ABS as our transportation project to be implemented is because it can drive better than any bus driver could do, and these vehicles dedicate to agriculture on their own and without having to rest, and these vehicles traveling by themselves, mapping all the places they go, not only on Earth but also on any rock out there in the universe. And it also can reduce death from traffic accidents as they don't drink alcohol, they are never tired or sick, and they never lost their concentration or talking by phone. As you can see in the picture, autonomous buses ABS basically will drive much more smoothly and pollute less rather than a normal bus. Next, let's move to the research contents and analysis. Even though these autonomous buses ABS are achieving some great advances and gives advantages to a person, however, these vehicles are accompanied by disadvantages and have several problems investigated. Firstly, it could be non-functional sensor. It usually happens during drastic weather conditions. For example, it may not work during a blizzard or a heavy snowfall. This is because technology are still continues to develop and to be tested. Secondly, fewer jobs opportunities for others. This may significantly impact the employment rate and economic growth of a certain country since artificial intelligence AI continues to overcome the roles and responsibilities of humans. Thirdly, prone to hacking. Autonomous buses ABS could be the next major target of the hackers. For example, hackers could use more than a dozen portals to enter even a conventional vehicle's electronic system, including lighting system, the tire pressure monitoring system, and many more. Number 4, the cost of making autonomous buses are initially higher since it provides high technology vehicles and the equipment are expensive. For example, the software, modified vehicle parts, and sensor which need to prepare a large amount of money. And number 5, which is the last one, is safety and security concerns. Although it has been successfully programmed, there will still one or two that still have the possible unexpected glitch that may happen. As we all know, technologies are continuously updating. So, almost all of this equipment may have a faulty code when the update was not properly and successfully done. So, that's it from my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nuraini Batrisha binti Ramli, and for my part, I will present about data collection method and analytical procedure use. For the first data collection method is contextual interview. Contextual interview are a good way to understand better the reason behind passenger behavior or do things in a certain way when you perceive them. It's also good to include a feeling where you get the context from when using the product to obtain the answer that reflect one user true feeling through things. The interview will conducted briefly whenever there's a slight opportunity or something that catch the eyes was found while the observation. For the second data collection method is semi-structured interview. The structure of the interview is flexible and make it possible to study topics that emerge during the session to determine the underlying factor influencing the interviewee. The layout of the interview is relaxed, however it has concept to follow. The first one is that the interviewer should not be in charge of the interview, and the second rule is to create a relaxed environment in which the interviewee can express themselves without judgment. The third method is a questionnaire. To get a large picture primarily based on a larger sample on people view, and conduct questionnaire have been used. A questionnaire was generated on the passenger general perception of buses. For the fourth method is observation. During the observation, the method fly on the wall was used. What is fly on the wall means? It means an unnoticed observer of a particular situation. This is to get an understanding on how passengers use buses today and how they are behaving in relation to each other. This approach implies that the observer should take a step back to observe the user in a modest way without attracting attention, which reflects the normal action of the passenger. Now we move to analytical procedure use. The first one is sensor and perception. These days, vehicles are now equipped with many functional equipment such as sensors that help to monitor the internal status like engine rotational velocity, temperature, and global velocity. The main feature that determines an autonomous bus is that its total exact position and the surrounding environment have to be measured appropriately. For the second one is localization. The large-scale steering and velocity control system allow vehicles to have the exact desired behavior, but the driving policy must be established according to up-to-date dynamic information that should be understood or calculated with appropriate precision in order to be able to maneuver safely. The last one is scene interpretation. Surrounding analysis is carried in autonomous vehicles using visual, cameras, and 3D sensors for the reconstruction of space. The important task of this sensor is to replicate human eyes with robotic vision, giving the vehicle the ability to detect objects on the road. Normal visual, which is monocular camera, can accumulate 2D images, which make it difficult to provide precise direct distance measurement without including a post-processing. And if it continues with 2D images, it will result in additional computational data. That's it for my part. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Sarah binti Abdul Rahim. I will continue with the major result. Result is a thing that is caused or produced by something else. In this report, we can see that the overall result is autonomous bus, it is ABS, is implemented in a country. So the result in terms of weather condition is actually have interaction with other vehicles. The ABS perform well and keep a safe operating distance from the other vehicle, so may slow down or stop as needed. This is because ABS has a sensor that has been activated to avoid collision with other vehicles. Next, the result is when varying pavement conditions. The ABS perform well on both uncontrolled and controlled pavement conditions. However, there is also a more frequency at higher speed, but ABS can control it better when the sensor is activated on this bus. Then the result in terms of cost for the autonomous technology adoption. The result suggests significant saving over the 20 years projection. These cost savings are mainly related to the reduction of driving costs. This is because if there is a lack of bus drivers, then the salary does not have to be paid. Therefore, ABS is one of its own mobile bus initiative to save costs in terms of money, so that the results suggested that the use of autonomous electronic technology in bus transit system will deliver substantial life cycle saving of over each bus 12 years lifetime. Okay, for the conclusion is that we can find out more about these autonomous buses ABS. We can know about the problem faced by this ABS, data collection method, the procedure, and so on. Next is our opinion about ABS is the cost of repairing this bus when it is damaged is low. This is because the technology used to make this ABS are such a very professional bus. The engine used by this ABS is not the same level as a normal bus that using a diesel fuel engine. Since this ABS is treated with high technology, then the repair work will only take a short time and very fast. Then our solution is that this ABS must function properly during hot weather. This is because when the temperature is cool, it slows down the electron in the battery and reduces the energy output. Therefore, the battery system for this ABS needs to be upgraded to a higher level, so there will be no more problem related to this battery, so it will have a worse impact if not upgraded to a higher level. That's all from me. Thank you.